So, last but definitely not least, I will go for the third reading. It is about a love interest, and the person says that she has two love interests and wants to find out which one works or why. As I am not reading on people and on third-party persons, we're going to take a look at the situation in itself and find out maybe one of the two turns up and is more important in the situation. Then we will see that in the cards themselves. I I stick with the Gilded Royale from Marchetti, and so let's see what comes out of the situation. As she also asked for a career reading, we could have the situation that the career is more important than the love interest. The cards are going to tell us. So, as before, my first card will be about the situation. Which is the Four of Pentacles. What is there to know? Is the Eight of Cups. And where may the knowledge lead to? The Knight of Pentacles. So I make my educated guess. This is about it is about the love reading. So my cards decided that part. Again, I am going to use Ethony's runes, and let's see what will come out of it. Always I take away the ones that were turned upside down. Not upside down, but the way you could not see them. There are a lot of runes that stay, and I also keep them like this, even if later on I'm going to show them one by one. But for me, also, if they are lying one on another, has a certain meaning in the situation. So let's start with the situation itself. The Four of Pentacles, you see a person. Let me see if I have the picture in there. Yes. So you see that that person who keeps the pentacles. I'm saying hidden in a certain way. Who keeps it in the box. So it has a lot to do with not sharing with others in a certain way. So this may be in a situation that it is a hint that people should not give away freely whatever they have, or that they are confronted with people who are not really into a real exchange. So I'm not really sure concerning the situation, if it is the love situation or the relation situation, that this is the right person to go on with this, or if for the moment being she should be in that exchange. It's a question that stays, let me put it in, let me find the right words. Maybe because there are two, she is aware, or, well, let's get back to her as Aquarian. Maybe because there are two, you are not really sure who you should share your values. And when I'm talking about values, it's about your own, about your feelings, about your emotions. As you are not sure who to share them with, that is the moment that you try to keep them in a box. But on the other hand, if you keep them locked away, you risk that you are not going to touch the person who really wants to be with you, because you're keeping them close to yourself. The emotions, you keep them inside of yourself for both of them, because you're keeping them inside of yourself because of your situation in itself. What is important in the situation are the rings, because the rings were turned upside down. So it would have been a relationship, but this is about um, a relationship that is not going to work out. Maybe it's not for one or the other. And when I see what is going on here, I'm not really sure I have good news to share with you. What there is to know is the Eight of Cups. The cups themselves are telling us about feelings, about emotions. And the person on the card is looking at the full moon. We have the full moon today, so maybe that's not a coincidence. And normally on those cards, you see the person who is leaving the cups behind. So he's leaving the emotions as they are for the moment being behind to go back to his own roots. And as you can see, there are three cups that are lying down, 1, 2, and 3, which means that we have 5 cups that are still upright. It gives us a hint that the card is linked to the 5 of Cups. And that card means a lot concerning the emotions. Well, we should take a good look if the emotions that we have for the moment being um, are valid for the situation in itself. And this person has understood this part, and so is trying to move away from the emotions the person has for the moment being. What is very important is that here we have a man on the card. So if I'm saying we have one man on that card, that's not the camera. And we have a man on this card, so maybe those are the two persons. And that means that one is moving away from all those information, from all those emotions, sorry, not information, from all these emotions. So it's not really a choice that you seem to have. It doesn't seem to be your choice. You might choose one of them, but if that's the one who is moving away, then you might end up with um, a situation where you consider that you don't have any power over, because it is not simply you who is choosing those situation or a relationship, a love relation, but they have a part of in that decision too. So one is moving away. It is not about the two. One is not your choice at all, not because you are not choosing it, but because he is not choosing it. And the second one, I am not really sure that he will be the right one too. So first of all, we have again the mountains. So it's the mountain day today. They are lying down, so there shouldn't be a problem to go into the situation and even into a love relation with that person. But it does not mean because there are no problems on the way to the person that there won't be any problems later on. We have the key. Let me give you a look at that too. We have the key, and the key has a lot to do with things that are locked down. So still between this situation and maybe the one of the two who stays um, who stays so that you could start a relationship. There are a lot of things that are not said, that are not there's no the communication is not fitting. The card in itself, I'm just moving them away for a moment to show you the card. The Knight of Pentacles. In this case, you even see that you cannot see his face. He is hidden behind all this. It is a lot about protection, as if he is protecting himself. So I'm not really sure that he's the one who is going into that relationship. And as the key said before, it will not be someone who is open to it. Maybe there may be feelings, there may be emotions, and there may be maybes, but all this does not seem to be something to work out very well. On the card itself, up there, you see a squirrel. If I take that one as a hint into the direction of power animals, you never know where the squirrel is. It is too fast. It moves too fast. So you might believe that it is on one place, but it is back again. And itself, it is hiding food, but never reminds all the places where it put its food. So it is not something that is clear. It is not something that is straightforward to one goal. Maybe if I'm taking the squirrel like that concerning the person, maybe he has also backups, and maybe you are not his own interest, and he's just trying to be careful and to check who he wants to be with, and you are not the first choice in that moment. Something else that goes into that direction is, oh hell, I have to say that word again, cornucopia. This time it worked. But it is upside down, so it is not something, there is no field horn. The goal cannot be accomplished in a way that it will fulfill any of you two. It's not, those are not the right people, it seems. Not that they are bad people, but they are not the right person for you. And out of the card, just on the border, you have those two cards. And you have the cauldron, and the cauldron is a lot about making your own mixture. It has a lot to do with alchemy, with your alchemy, that you should start finding out exactly who you are. There are still things missing, there are ingredients missing. That is why you turned up with this situation with two people, because elsewhere you would know exactly that is exactly where I am heading for, what I want to. And the sun uh, talks about the energy behind, and the energy telling you really go for that part, go for this. In the whole situation, it is go for this. The hint I see in this reading, and that I would like to give you on your way, is maybe for the moment being, you're trying to look for someone because you might believe that you need someone to become whole, to become one, to become fulfilled. But for the moment being, try to fulfill yourself. And then, as a whole person, as a healed person, you will be the one who projects and who shows so many energy that you're going to attract the right one. I'm very sorry that I don't have best news concerning those two, but I'm pretty sure that if you find your own alchemy, your inner alchemy, that is the moment that, well, the right person is going to turn up in your life. This is not about it for the moment being. I am very sorry to tell you so. I hope anyway that nevertheless this is helping you a bit, getting clearer about what is important in your life. And first of all, what should be important or who should be important in your life is you. Please never forget that part. And thank you very much for watching the videos.